Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I'm going to be doing, as you have seen from the title and thumbnail, but I'm going to be doing some tie-dye, like neon tie-dye on top of black. I just thought it'd look really effective. So I'm going to do like each nail in different coloured neons. Like one nail I'll do with like blue, the next one I'll do like pinks and then maybe oranges and stuff like that. I know for a fact that I want to use these two colours here because they are absolutely beautiful and they're two of my new ones from Gel Perfection, so I'm going to use those. I've also got some new pinks, so if I've got two that go together well, I'll use those as well, but I'm going to basically just wait and see. So I've got these two pinks, might use those. So those two together, these two together. Got two blues as well. Why are these sticks like so difficult to just get to do what you want them to do? I don't think I am going to use those two blues. I think I'm going to use this one, Aruba, and then put another blue with it. So they're the colours I'm going to be using, and like I said, I'm going to do black as the background. So first things first, I'm just going to paint all 5. I think I'm only going to do 3 nails for this, just because obviously they're all going to be very similar and I don't need to keep doing 5. Like if I was going to do this as a full set, I probably wouldn't do all 5 like it anyway. So I'm going to do 3, and then the other 2 that I'd do, like if I was doing a full set, would probably have just been plain black anyway. So I'm going to get my black. I'm going to paint 2 coats of my black on each of these nails, and then once I've done that, I will come back and we can do the design together. So what I'm going to do now that I've done that original, my phone is much higher than usual and it's making it really washed out. Let me just sort this out. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get my white, because these neon colours are not going to show up very well unless I use white over the black. So I'm using the white to just create a base for where I want my neon colours to be. So anywhere I want the neon colours, basically I am applying white. So I'm just going to get the outline of the shape that I want to create first. I'm going to do 2. I'm going to do each nail slightly different, but I'm just using the nail art brush to create the shape initially. Not too bothered about the edges of it being perfect, because I am going to go in with a glitter to outline it anyway, so it's not going to be perfect. And then I'm just going to use the brush from the bottle to fill this in, just because it's much quicker. Obviously this wouldn't necessarily be quicker if it was on an actual person, so just bear that in mind. But I'm just trying to get it as smooth and as neat as I can, because obviously I'm going to be painting on top of this, and like I said, this is literally just to make the neons pop a bit more, because if you put them straight on top of black, you're not really going to see them because black is so pigmented. If you pop white under them first, they'll really pop and look really, really bright. So that's that one. I'm going to pop that in the lamp and then do something similar on the other 2. Okay, so while the other 2 are in the lamp and this one is done, I'm going to pop some of my colours on my palette. Don't need a huge amount because obviously I'm only doing 1, probably a bit more than that to be fair. I'm only doing 1 nail of each colour because they're all going to be different. So this colour here that I've got out is Beach House, and it's this beautiful blue, and then with that one I'm putting Aruba, which is similar but darker. They're the 2 that I'm going to use. So with tie-dye I like to do 1 colour at a time, so I'm going to start off by just picking one of my shapes basically, and I'm going to create that shape with the colour. And I'm going to do all of the lines with this colour first. Let me just get that so it'll focus again. Get that out of the way. So I'm going to do all of the lines with this colour first. You can make them as thick or as thin as you'd like. I'm going to do mine quite thick just to make the process a bit quicker, because obviously the thinner you do them, the more lines you need, the longer it takes. So I'm going to do mine quite thick. And then once I've done that, I'm then going to do whereabouts the next one would be put. Obviously you can do whatever shape you want as well. I just decided to do this shape again because it's nice and easy and I don't want to make the video too intricate and too long. And then once I've done that, I'm then just going to do this last bit down here. And then I'm going to clean off my brush. Just noticed it's not in focus, sorry about that. going to clean off my brush and go in with my darker colour. And I'm basically going to fill in the gaps. So obviously with this one, we want to move quite quick. And I want to make sure that the brush that I'm going to use for the like the tie-dye effect itself is ready and clean next to me. So I can use it straight away instead of having to like grab it and like mess about for a bit. So I'm just going to get that ready, nice and clean. So that's next to me ready. So again, I'm going in with my darker colour and I'm just going to go in between that colour. So first of all, I'm trying not to like mix them together too much. I'm just trying to basically at first just get the colour on, and then once I've done that, I can then butt it up to the other colour. You do want to make sure that if you do touch the other colour, you are wiping it off your brush before you go back in, else you're going to blend them together too much. And that's not what we're going for. So again, just going back to it again now and making sure that the colours are touching. You need to do this relatively quick because as soon as they touch, they're going to start to merge together, as you can see from the lines below. So try and get this step done as quick as possible before they merge too much. And like I said, when you do touch the other colour, just make sure to wipe it off your brush before you go back in, else you're going to merge them together and you're not really going to see the difference when it comes to the tie-dye effect. And then once you are happy with where your colour is and everything, which I am, you're then just going to go in with your other brush that you've got ready. I do like to just pop a little bit of gel on the tip of the brush, usually the colour of the first colour at the top that we're going to go through first, and then just I'm pulling inwards. It's really, really simple design, but so effective. And then once I'm happy, I'm going to pop that in the lamp for a full cure. So I'm just going to do one of the shapes of each nails on camera, because obviously you'll see me do the same thing twice on every nail if not. So I'll do the other ones off camera and then show you at the end what they look like when they're both done. But that was the blue one. So this time I'm now going to go in with Pink Bikini, which is a beautiful light bright pink. And Lollipop, which is another shade of pink. So here's what the colours look like. They are really beautiful. I'm going to do the exact same process. So I'm just cleaning off my brush now, obviously, because I don't want that blue on there. And what I'm going to do with the other, like the other area of the nail is like this one. I started with the lighter colour on the outside. I'll do it the opposite on this one, but the same process. So again, I'm just going to go in with one of the colours, doesn't matter which, because like I said, I'm going to be mixing it up anyway. I'm just going to get one of my colours, and I'm first of all just focused on the outline to get that as close to the edge of that white line as possible. But like I said, it doesn't have to be really neat because I am going to be going in with some glitter anyway around that area, so it's not a problem. We can hide anything that I'm not happy with. And then once I've done that, I'm going to do another line further in. You want to make sure that when you're doing the tie-dye part itself, you're being really light-handed with your brush. You don't want to put loads of pressure on and take off the polish that you've put on. You just want to go through it and drag it through each other, not actually drag it off the nail. So I'm just going to pop this on the inner bit. This is going to go through those two areas. Again, wiping my brush off when the colour comes into contact with the other one, so I don't have it all over my brush and merge them together too soon. So I'm just working relatively quick. And then once I'm happy, I'm going to get my other brush and then do exactly the same as I did with the other nail. I'm just pulling it in towards the centre. Making sure it just goes right up to the edge. And you can't really see that one. It is actually a lot more obvious in person. Even better if it had focused, but it's not going to for some reason. So anyway, we're going to go in with the last two colours now, which are, I can't even remember, I think they're corals. So we've got a light well, this is the lighter version of the two colours that I'm going to be using. And then we've got a darker one as well, which is beautiful. I absolutely love this colour. So this one is Hot Sauce and the other one is Peach Martini. So again, same process, just cleaning off my brush. You can use as many or as few colours as you want for this. Obviously, I'm only using 2 just to keep it simple, but you could use 10 if you wanted. You can use 3, 7, like whatever you want to do. But obviously, the more colours you use, if you've got a small space, then that obviously just means that you need to use, like, you need to do thinner lines to fit them all on, basically. So I'm just doing this again. It's pretty boring, to be fair, because I'm doing them all the same sort of way, but I just love tie-dye. It's so effective and it's so super easy as well. You can't really go wrong with tie-dye. Just realised I'm too far up. I don't think my phone really likes this background colour because it really doesn't want to focus a lot while I'm using this one, which is a bit annoying, but there we go. We live and learn. So I'm just filling in that gap now, and as you can see, that white just makes such a difference. It's so bright, even on top of black. I need to wipe off my brush because I've gone through it and not wiped it off. There we go. It does look a bit of a mess at first and it is quite scary. It's definitely a trust the process sort of design, that's for sure. But again, once I'm happy, I'll then get my other brush. And then I'm just going to do exactly the same and pull inwards. There's always an air bubble just to wind me up. Can always rely on those. Going to keep pulling through until I get him off the nail, as annoying as that is. There we go. There we go. And we'll put that in the lamp and then I'll come back when they're all done and we can glitter outline together. Okay, so next step is doing the outline. I'm going to use this Brill Bird Glamour Gel. I used the gold one in my last video, so today I'm going to use the silver. This one is number 1, and I'm just going to grab the brush that I use with the Glamour Gels, because I do have specific brushes that I use with them, because getting the glitter off your brush is like mission impossible. So I do have certain brushes that I save just for the Glamour Gels. So I'm just going to go in just on the outline of that tie-dye, just to make it stand out even more. Like by outlining, obviously you like, what's the word? I know what I'm trying to say, I just can't think of the word. Like, oh, I don't know. Do you know what? I don't know what is wrong with me today, but I can't talk. I've been like it all day long. But if I do think of the word, I will. I thought I had it then, it was on the tip of my tongue, but yeah, I'll let you know. So anyway, I'm just accentuating, that's it. That's the word I was looking for. Just really makes it stand out more by having that outline around it. So that's what that one looks like. I've got the pink background so you can see it better, because that light background was not doing me any favours. So that's that one. I'm going to pop that into the lamp while I'm doing the others. I'm just going to do the exact same thing with this one and the blue one. That's the good thing about silver, is it goes with everything, so it's nice and neutral in a way because it matches everything. I'm doing it quite thick because I really love these glitters. They are beautiful because they're not really glitter, they're more like flakes. They're absolutely stunning. I've got all of them and all of them are beautiful, like they're just stunning. That's that one. Beautiful. And then last but not least, it's the blue. I think this is absolutely my favourite. Like, let me know out of all 3 colour schemes which one is your favourite and which one you'd be most likely to wear, but I think the blue is definitely my favourite. I mean, to be honest, I think it's just because I happened to pick good colours that went together and that were nice and vibrant, whereas with the other colours, because like the two colours that I picked were very similar, they didn't show up quite as much on the camera in a tie-dye effect, so I should have done colours that were like more opposite. But I really do love these blues, they go together beautifully. So that's that one done as well. I'm just going to pop that in the lamp for a full cure, and then I will top coat them off camera and show you how they look at the end. So here is the finished look. It's a real shame that you can't really see, that bubble's annoying, isn't it? It's a real shame that you can't really see the other two because they are beautiful and they worked out really, really well. But yeah, really happy with that blue one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back really soon with another one. Bye.